Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is me, Jasneet Kaur. I hope you all are doing great. In today's video, we will be doing chapter 4 of class 11th, that is Management of Resources. But before starting with the content, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you hit the bell icon to get notifications about my next uploads. So without wasting time, let's begin by looking at the learning objectives of this chapter. So once this chapter will be completed, you will be able to understand the concepts of resources, identifying various resources, classification and characteristics of resources, need for managing resources and analysis of management process. But before beginning with this whole content, you must be familiar with the name of the chapter, Management of Resources. So what these resources are? Resources are anything which we make use of while carrying out any activity. These resources generally help us in accomplishing our goals. There is a possibility for completing any single task, you might require more than one resource. Examples of resources can be knowledge, interest, motivation, skill, time, energy, and much more. Generally, we classify these resources as human and non-human resources. Let's take a look what all comes under human resources: knowledge, aptitude, skills, time, and energy. Similarly, in non-human resources, money, space, furniture, and equipment. Apart from the classification of resources into human and non-human, we also classify them into individual and shared, as well as natural and community. To understand about these resources in detail, make sure you watch this video till the end. Starting with human resources, these can be developed through training and self-development. For example, we can develop interest and gain knowledge about anything new at any point of age. Now let's study about these human resources in detail. Starting with knowledge, it is a resource one uses throughout one's life and is important to carry out any activity successfully. Naturally, without knowledge, you will not be able to perform any task. Let's understand this with the help of example. If a teacher doesn't have thorough understanding of her subject, then naturally she will never be able to become effective teacher because she will fail to deliver her lectures effectively. So it becomes very important to have thorough understanding of any activity which anyone is about to perform. Moving on to next, motivation or interest. You must have heard this common saying, where there is a will, there is a way. This indicates that if a person has zeal to perform any task, he or she will do his best possible efforts to learn something. It can be related to their studies or related to their hobbies. So it entirely depends on somebody's motivation to perform any task. For example, if any student is not interested in learning any chapter, he may give excuses and not finish the task. Moving on to our next human resource, skills, strength, or aptitude. This one put emphasis on the uniqueness which each individual possesses. It simply explains that each individual might not be skilled in performing all activities. So, it doesn't make us less of anything. It means keeping our uniqueness in mind, we all have some skills, it's just that we need to do the introspection. Our different skills or level of aptitude makes us different from the other person. You can understand it as all of you know how to write, but your handwritings are different from each other. Students, continue focusing on the content. We are moving ahead with our next human resource, that is time. You all know time is that resource which is given to each one of us in equal amount. It just depends on individual to individual how they would like to utilize it. Some of you might prefer to waste it by watching TV or doing nothing for whole day, whereas some of you might prefer to utilize these 24 hours in an effective way. like by studying or doing some physical activity, spending quality time with family, or investing time in leisure activities, and so much. Now, students, this resource time can be thought of in terms of three dimensions: work time, non work time, rest, and leisure time. So, work time is your that period of time when you are actually working on something, whether you are studying or you are doing any of your job task. Non-work time is when you are ideally free, so you have nothing to do, so you that period of time is particularly your exploration time, where you invest your time in creativity, art and craft, or just watch TV, movies, and so much. And next one is your rest and leisure. So rest is your that time when you are sleeping, and leisure is at that period of time when you are indulging yourself into those activities which helps in rejuvenating yourself. Moving on to last human resource, that is energy. So it depends on person to person. It is person's ability to perform any task, focusing on the physical fitness, mental condition, personality, age, family background, environmental conditions, and much more. With this, moving on to our non human resources, which include money and material resources. So, money is again that resource which is not equally distributed among us. Some have less of this resource as compared to others. So, as it is very important resource, so we should keep this thing in our mind that we don't waste it unnecessarily. So, judicious use of money is very important. Talking about material resources, it includes space, furniture, clothes, stationery, whatever materialistic items we have. All of these comes under material resource, and we require these resources to carry out any activity. Moving on to the other category of the resources, that is individual resources and shared resources. Individual resources are those ones which belongs to single person, like your own knowledge, your own body energy. Talking about materials, your own school bag, your clothes, your mobile phone. That is the example of individual resources. And shared resources are those resources which are available to many members of the society. Shared resources can be natural or community based. Moving on to the last category of the resources, that is natural and community resources. So, natural are the ones which are related to nature and are available for everyone, like water, mountains, air, etc. As it is available for each one of us, it becomes our responsibility to take care of them judicially. Moving on to last, community resources. So these are the resources which are available to an individual as a member of community or society. These are generally provided by government, like government parks, buses, hospitals, roads, etc. As a responsible citizen of the nation, it is our responsibility to take care of these resources in an appropriate way, and we should not spoil them unnecessarily. I hope, students, whatever we have covered, you were able to understand. If you still come across any doubt, you are free to ask doubts in the comment section below as well as in the online classes. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and like my videos, and do share it with your family and friends. I will see you with my next video. Till then, bye bye and take care.